The moon is one of the most extreme and hostile environments, with no atmosphere, extreme temperatures that can reach a scorching 250 degrees Fahrenheit, or 121 Celsius, to freezing minus 208 Fahrenheit, or minus 133 Celsius, no oxygen, exposure to radiation and other cosmic threats. During these past weeks, my cohort has been exploring moon and Martian habitats to design settlements, and using artificial intelligence for image generation through meticulous prompt engineering. As you can already guess, I chose lunar habitats. As a big dreamer from the Dominican Republic, an island in the Caribbean, I have been deeply curious about design, space, and technology, not necessarily all together. YSP provided fertile ground to explore these as a whole. The main question was, how can we, by looking outwards, reimagine what sustainable futures could look like on Earth? I began my project by going through existing literature on space architecture, the physical, environmental, psychological, and sociological constraints. These elements, along with existing architectural sketches, allowed me to brainstorm some design ideas. However, I wonder what would lunar biomimicry look like? Biomimicry is the practice of making technological and industrial design copy natural processes. Could imagining an insect-like creature millions of years from now guide my design? Could this help inform the future of space architecture? Going back and forth between space architecture reports, scientific literature, and AI prompts, I generated Cryospora luminex, a slow-moving, spiraled arthro-mollusk evolved over tens of millennia alongside human lunar settlements, and this insect-like creature became the baseline for my designs. Combining the Cryospora luminex with fractal patterns emerging from the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence, spatial parameters, and existing visual references, I was able to take what started as a very rough idea into Habitat Cryospora. Following a similar creative and logical sequence, I concretized my prompt to generate a lunar shell crawler, a creature similar to Cryospora luminex, which inspired a lunar power grid control center. Both designs incorporate self-healing autonomous drones, powered by AI and quantum computing, which allow the continuous maintenance and monitoring of the habitat and in-situ resource utilization, ISRU. ISRU is the harnessing of local natural resources at mission destinations instead of taking all needed supplies from Earth, which can be extremely costly, to enhance the capabilities of human exploration. Habitat Cryospora, self-healing autonomous drones use lunar soil, also called regolith, to extract materials using biomining techniques. By incorporating redundancy through concentric circles and fractal-based design, the habitat and settlers' resilience to external threats such as meteorites, radiation storms, and other environmental threats is enhanced. The habitat also incorporates microgrids that use fission, solar, and small-scale fungi-based energy generation. As Earth's regions become more impacted by climate change, maybe thinking on a lunar scale could help us design for sustainable futures. Maybe we could use fungi to remediate highly polluted ecosystems. What about resilient energy grids in hurricane-affected countries? Maybe engineering innovative biomaterials using local resources could help us close the loop on an industrial scale. What about observing small creatures, such as insects, and their intricate evolution on this planet, to use as a reference for how we build things? This is what my project on lunar habitat designs has been all about, allowing curiosity to roam by exploring how futuristic technologies currently researched and developed for space settlements could be applied for an ever-changing planet amidst climate change.
Hello everyone, please excuse my English. My name is Fiorella Nava. I graduated in Architecture and Urbanism in Arequipa, Peru. I participate in the Young Scientist program at the Blue Marble Space Institute of Science in the project Designing Future Human Habitat on the Moon and Mars. I am passionate about astronomy, astrobiology, and architecture. I grew up surrounded by books, drawings, stars, and dreams. Today, I want to share with you the project in development Domus Arcia, where architecture and science meet to imagine future habitats beyond Earth. Leonardo da Vinci believed that nature was the great teacher and that by observing it carefully, we call rebel forms and relationships that would otherwise remain hidden. By observing the Martian lava tube in Arciamon's inactive for millions of years, and by seeing their geometry and the light that passes through them, it generates a first pulse that will guide us to discovering our designs, in this case with the help of the pencil and artificial intelligence. The craters in Arciamon's are mouths of lava tubes. The tubes were formed when the edges of a lava flow cooled, leaving underground channels through which the lava continued to flow. When it drained, a natural void remained. Science recognizes that this tube can provide protection against radiation, micrometeorites impacts, and extreme temperature variation, key benefits for future human habitats. This leads us to a powerful duality that can be seen in the videos. From the beginning, this project tried to design a refuge on Mars to create a first point capable of housing approximately 100 people. I started with freehand sketches, translated questions into drawing. Then I passed those sketches to the investigation, to the reference, and to the image with artificial intelligence. My idea started from a basic shape, an orbital ring. At the beginning, it was quite difficult. The artificial intelligence interprets what I imagined and drew, and it still has error, but it has approached a first idea of habitats. Later on, I imagined Lumina, a companion robot that will help to build and illuminate the interior of this lava tube. This robot had to be the extension of the human brain, the extension of our minds, and the almost telepathic advance that we will possibly have in the future. Moreover, it's become part of the structure of the project is necessary, extending our hands there where the human being still cannot reach. Through this process, sketches bronze by Dios and design trails, I arrived at Domus Arcia, a first habitat born in the duality of Arciamon. It is semi-exposed to the hostility of the surface, but protected in the calm of its interior, creating a natural atmosphere where it will be discounted by means of elevation and ramps. Well, and here we start with this new project between human imagination, the use of technologies, and Mars. At the beginning, we observed Arciamon's, a dormant volcano with its vast hostile exterior landscape and its very silent interior caverns. Two opposite and inseparable worlds, the interior and exterior duality that appear show as that designing on Mars. More than restraining walls and roof will link the human being with their new home in the cosmos. And thus we return to the beginning, to the nature as our teacher for survival. I want to deeply thank my advisor Dr. Germán and the Blue Marble Space Institute of Science for this very beautiful experience. Thank you.